I don't have to be. I apologize, it stopped recording. Anyway, we need to know ahead of time where we're going to stay and be prepared. There are only a limited number of shelters for special needs, and there are only 4 shelters in the community that will take your pets. And you have to be pre-registered early in the year, and those numbers are available in the handout I have for you. We can also decide ahead of time, we can do some easy maintenance on our homes that'll help reduce the amount of damage that we may have. And I'll go over some of those. I'll go over the top 5. And we should identify a safe room. It should be on the interior of your house, preferably the one with the least number of windows, and everyone in your family should know where that's at. We need to have our disaster supply kit ready, because we all know this is TECO. We are going to lose our power the first time a big storm hits. And check your insurance policies. Most homeowners' policies have at least a 20% deductible for hurricanes, and some in this area have no hurricane coverage at all. So check your paperwork. Most also don't cover floods, and a lot of our problem is water. So your disaster supply kit, again, this is something you're going to do early. And you can get lists from everywhere of what your disaster supply kit should include. Water is the most important staple, food, and there's a number of things that we need from the hardware store and from the drugstore, and we should have them all prepared, and we should keep it current. When you buy something that you keep in that supply kit for normal use, swap out the new one for the one in your supply kit and use the one that's been in the supply kit so that it always stays current and it's going to work. I found this one. It is one of my very favorite. It is from the National Center for Environmental Concerns. And it actually broke down into 13 weeks of shopping, all the things we need for the people, our pets, the hardware, and the drugstore that we should have in our emergency supply kit. And it broke it down in 13 weeks to make it a little easier on our pocketbooks. And anybody who's interested, I can get you that too. So now you're personally prepared. You've done your paperwork, and you've prepped, and you've got everything you need to protect the people that you love. Now, how about our property damage? We need to prep our houses. There are 5 areas that are the most easy and the most costly in damages. One is your shutters for both your doors and windows. They say that we should, whether you put on permanent shutters or you're going to use plywood, it should be pre-cut, measured. The anchors are the most important and should be permanently anchored into your homes to protect. Your shingles and roofs, they say twice a year, make sure all of your shingles are secure, and if they're not, re-secure them, especially along the edges of your roof. The soffits in this picture, the soffits were not actually hooked to the support beams, and that's why they came off. And if you go to disastersafety.org, they actually have how to do yourself some reinforcements, whether your soffits were put up originally correctly or not, to screw them in and put a small bead up there to make sure. Soffit is the #1 way that the winds are going to take off your house and let the water in. And once the water is in, the damages start escalating. And seal it up. Doesn't matter, 74 miles an hour will push water up a wall 4 inches. 110 miles an hour will push it up your wall 6 inches. That's only a Class 2 hurricane. Any place that your cable TV, your telephone, your electric boxes, any plumbing coming in and out of your house, make sure you put an extra bead of sealant around that and check it often, because again, if water can find a way into your house, it's coming and you won't like it. Your yard and surroundings, the #2 top things I recommend, keep your bushes and your trees trimmed so that you don't have any dead branches to become projectiles. And the second one is if you're using any gravel or small rocks in your flower beds, to replace them with pine bark or shaved bark, because pine bark and shaved bark floating around in that hurricane or tornado is not going to come through your siding and tear up your cars and your mailboxes and everything else. It's not quite as dangerous to have flags. So now you're prepared, and you've prepared your house. And the storm is coming. Obviously, we have to track the storm. You don't get a lot of notice. When you get a hurricane watch, it just means that there's a tropical storm which may hit landfall as a hurricane within the next 36 hours. As soon as the sustained winds hit 75 miles an hour, it will become a hurricane watch instead of a hurricane warning. Sorry, I'm backwards. And that could be 2 hours off the coastline. So you need to, if it's coming, then you have to do all your last minute errands. There's always last minute errands. You need to remove all the stuff from around your yard. Take the swings off the swing set, put your lawn furniture up, disconnect your hoses, roll them up, put them up somewhere safe so that you don't have whips in your backyard. Anything that's loose. They also recommend you fill your bathtub, although we have 900 gallons of water that they told us to put in our disaster safety kit. We're still going to want to wash and flush our toilets, and a bathtub full of water will come in very handy. Over-chemicalize your pool and expect your neighbors to come over and borrow water from it the minute their bathtub goes empty. Check your supply list to make sure that you are going to replace anything that needs it, and review your plan. Make the contacts that called for. You've got all your numbers. It should be easy at this point. And make your last minute errands. Fill up your car, get cash out of the ATM, pick up at least 3 weeks of prescriptions. Once the lights go out, you won't be able to get gas, you won't be able to get cash, and things will be a lot harder to get around and come to. Pick up any items that you might need for your supply kit, and you're ready. Now hopefully both you, your family, and your property will be better prepared for the next storm. And during the storm, stay away from the doors and windows, unlike somebody I know who actually sat and looked out her bedroom window because they told her the hurricane was 2 blocks away, Gail. Listen to the radio or the TV. Don't be fooled when the eye of the storm stops moving. Don't be fooled. There's more coming. Wait till they tell you it's safe to leave your home. If your power goes off, turn off all your major appliances to protect them from the power surge. And then enjoy some quality time with your loved ones because, folks, there's nothing else to do. Thanks.
All right.
Do we get to ask questions?
You may ask questions, yes.
Where'd you get all this bullshit from?
The internet. There are 9,000 internet sites available. I have a reference.
When is that hurricane coming?
Next July.
I think you got me
You can
in
turn it
that.
off. Yeah, I did.
What I was wondering
Next
is,
July.
you know, you talked about window protection.
How do I turn it off?
I know, I've seen people that do the
That's
masking
easy.
tape across the windows.
Let me see.
I saw
Yeah,
down
they-
there.